A 60-minute Vinyasa class. Thanks so much for joining me. Listen to your body. Let your body be your teacher first, and then my instructions be your teacher second. Everything I say is a suggestion. There's always a modification that you can do. There's always an extra challenge that you can do. I'll try to offer those throughout class. But if there's something that you've practiced before that sounds more interesting or fun or safe, listen to that, okay? You are your best teacher. We'll get started in child's pose. Widen the knees, bring the big toes to touch, and take a grounded seat on the heels. Extend the arms out long in front of you and rest the forehead on the mat. Close the eyes. Gently rock the forehead back and forth. Give the third eye a little massage. Actively press the sit bones into the heels. You might breathe into the lower back. Stretch the fingertips far away from you. You might lift the elbows from the mat. You might lower the elbows on the mat. Try both. Take one last full round of breath here. Crawl the arms over to the right for a side body stretch. Reaching with all 10 fingers. Breathing into the left side body. Pressing into the left sit bone. Crawl over to the left, side body stretch. Keeping the face cradled in between the arms, maybe the forehead rests on the floor. Come back to center, child's pose.
Now I'm sleeping in a garden bed, trying to clear my head.
Inhale, tabletop. Back the shoulders over the wrists, place the knees below the hips. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Take 3 big circles, starting with to the right, to then back, over to the left, and then up. Press into the fingertips, not the wrist. Take 3 big circles in the opposite direction, up, to the left, back, to the right. Bring yourself back to center, tabletop. As you inhale, lower your belly, lift your tailbone, lift your chin, lift your chest. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone, round your spine, tuck your toes. Suggestion. 2 more times, inhale, tops of toes. Exhale, tuck the toes, round the spine. 1 more time, move with your breath at your pace. Gripping the mat with the fingertips. Maybe the knuckles lift. Back to center, tabletop. Let the hands come to face you. Inhale, lift the chin, the chest, the feet. Exhale, tuck round, tuck toes as well. 2 more times. Back to center, stillness, tabletop. Let the fingers point away from you. And then just one more round, inhale. As you exhale, pause for a moment and bring yourself to your downward facing dog. There's no rush to get there. Adjust your stance, maybe lengthening it. Bend your left knee, press into your right heel, breathe into the right leg. Straighten the left leg, bend the right knee. Press into the left heel, press into all 10 fingertips. Soften the shoulders away from the ears, shake the head. 2 more times. Bending the left knee, bending the right knee. And one more time, using your breath, finding your pace. Straightening both legs, digging into both heels, lifting the hips, holding in the lower belly. Use an inhale to bend the knees, lower down and hover. Use an exhale to straighten the legs, downward facing dog. Twice more, inhale, bend the knees, lower down and hover, using the core. Exhale, downward facing dog, lifting the hips, tucking in the lower belly. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Listen, inhale, high plank, shift forward, stack shoulders over wrists. Pressing into fingertips, lifting the knuckles perhaps. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more times, inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, inhale, high plank, pause. Tucking at the upper back, holding in the lower belly, and then lower all the way onto your belly. Bend the elbows inward, feel and brush the ribcage. Come onto the tops of all 10 toes. Keep the hands where they are. Inhale, baby cobra. Press into the tops of the feet, lift the chin. Exhale, pull. Bring the left arm long out to the left, palm down. Press into the right hand, roll onto the right side body. Bend the left knee, plant the left foot behind you. Sorry, the other way around. Come onto the left ear, press into the right hand. Bend the right knee and bring the right foot behind you. Apologize. Slowly transitioning to do the other side. Come onto the belly. Bring the right arm long out to the right. The left hand plants below the left shoulder. Press into the left hand, come onto the right side body. And the left knee, bring the left foot behind you. If it feels nice, you can close the eyes. Carefully come on back to your belly. Bring the arms in front of you. Plant one hand on top of the other. Rest the forehead on the hands. Bend the knees, lift the feet, windshield wiper the legs, giving the lower back a little relief. Lower the legs back down. You're gonna find half frog pose. Bend the left knee, bring the left knee in line with the left hip, and then flex the left toes. Bring the left heel in line with the left knee. Let the hands plant below the shoulders. Baby cobra. You're welcome to stay here, or if it's accessible to you and feels good to you, press into the hands, straighten the arms. Upward facing dog in the upper body, half frog in the lower body. Lift the chest. Breathing into the right hip, perhaps. Carefully lower yourself back down. Straighten the left leg long back behind you. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Bend the right knee. Bring it in line with the right hip. Flex the right foot. Bring it in line with the right knee. And maybe plant the hands, rest the forehead. Maybe press into the hands, baby cobra. Maybe straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Maybe you don't do the same thing you do on the other side. Softening the shoulders away from the ears here. Carefully lowering back down. Straightening the right leg long back behind you. Resting the forehead on the hand. Bending the knees and windshield wipering the legs. Releasing the legs back down. Planting the hands below the shoulders. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Big inhale here. Full exhale here. Inhale, bend the knees. Look at the hands. Exhale, step the feet to meet the hands, top of the mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, flat spine, forward fold. 2 more times, inhale to come up halfway, shoulders reach back out. Exhale, fold forward, knees might bend. Last time, inhale, crown of head forward. Exhale, fold. Find a ragdoll. Place your feet wherever you'd like. Bend your knees as much as you need to for your torso to drape over your thighs. Suggestion, opposite pinky to elbow. Relax head and neck. Suggestion, start to sway back and forth. When you sway to the right, let the left elbow reach forward off to the right. When you sway to the left, let the right elbow reach forward off to the left. Keep breathing. Find yourself at center, find stillness, remove any bind, and then toe heel your feet below your hips or all the way to touching or anywhere in between. Press into the feet, inhale up to standing. Raise the arms. Hands to heart, exhale. Arms at the sides. Inhale the arms high. Exhale to fold. Forward fold. Step one foot back and then the other high plank. Lower down halfway or all the way. Maybe back bend of your choice. Lift your heart. Downward facing dog, our home base. Full round of breath in your down dog. Press into the thumbs, press into the pointer fingers. Twice more, inhale, bend the knees, gaze the hands. Exhale, step or hop. Halfway lift. Forward fold. All the way up to standing. Hands to heart. Lower the arms. Lift them to the sky. Hinge at the hips. Let the heart beat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Opposite leg back. Then the other. Keep moving with your breath. At your pace. We will always move on together. From downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look at your hands. Exhale, hop or step, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press into your feet, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart, Samasthiti. Arms to the sides, Tadasana. Raise your arms. Fold forward. Come up halfway. Fold. Take yourself to downward facing dog. Take 3 rounds of breath in downward facing dog. Maybe you inhale to bend your knees, lower down and hover. Exhale for down dog. Use your next inhale to lift your right leg high, 3-legged dog. As you exhale, right knee to right shoulder. 2 more times, inhale. Bring the knee in, exhale. Pressing into the fingertips. Carefully plant the right foot outside of the right hand. The heel is in, the toes are out. We're preparing for runner's lunge. Bring the left leg nice and long back behind you. And then lower onto the left knee. Let the hands come in front of you. Maybe you're tenting them. Lift the chin, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Breathe. Option is staying here. Option to plant the hands. Option to come onto the forearms if it's accessible and feels good to you. Lift the inner arch of the right foot, coming onto the outer edge. Send the right knee further away from you. Plant the hands below the shoulders and tense them. Tuck the left toes. Press into the ball mound of the left foot, lifting the left leg. Breathe. Lift the chest. Lift the feet. Lower the right foot if it isn't already lowered. Gracefully as you can, we're going to find Malasana. So you're going to let your left foot come to the outside of your left hand. Heel in, toes out. Find a squat. Bring the hands to the heart. Use the elbows to open up the knees a little bit more. Bring the gaze past the right shoulder. Bring the gaze back to center. Bring the gaze past the left shoulder. Bring the gaze back to center. Plant the hands. Press into them. Press into the feet. Straighten the legs. Toe heel the feet below the hips or all the way to touching or anywhere in between. Reverse swan dive, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Arm to the sides. Chair pose, bend the knees, sink into the hips, raise the arms. Use the breath to sink deeper with each exhale. Send the weight into the heels, so much so that you might lift the toes and give them a little wiggle. Soften the shoulders as best you can. Last big inhale here. Fold forward as you exhale. Halfway lift. Forward fold. High plank. To down dog. Take a breath here. Left leg high, inhale. Left knee to left armpit. 2 more times. Bring the left foot outside the left hand, heel in, toes out. Extend the right leg long back behind you to use the toe as leverage. Lower onto the right knee, top of the right foot. Hands in front of you, and the fingers if you'd like. Lift the chin, lift the chest. If it feels nice, you can lift the inner arch of the left foot and send that knee further away from you. Sink into the hips as much as you can. Option to lower down onto the palms, or maybe using the forearm. Bringing yourself back upright, clenching the hands, straightening the arms, lifting the gaze. Tuck the right toes. Lift the right leg. Stay with the breath. Lower the left foot if it isn't already lowered. As gracefully as you can, Vinyasa, right foot outside right hand. On your squat, hands at heart. Open up your knees. Use your elbows. Welcome to stay here. You're welcome to bring your arms out long in front of you. Reaching the fingertips as far out in front of you as you can. Let the hands plant below the shoulders. Press into the feet, straighten the legs. Toe heel the feet below the hips or all the way to touching or anywhere in between. Reverse swan dive, inhale. Hands at heart, exhale. Arms to the side. Find your chair, bend your knees. Sit a little deeper. Big inhale. Fold forward. Come up halfway. Fold. Take yourself to down dog. Three breaths in your down dog. Maybe you bend your knees, lower down and hover with the inhale. Straighten your legs, lift your hips with the exhale. Right leg high, inhale. in your dog, exhale. Straighten the leg. Knee to chest. 2 more times, 3-legged dog. Right knee toward nose. 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest. Pause for a moment. Knees in between hands. Plant foot in between hands. Warrior 1. Knees at the left foot. Plant it down, heel in, toes out. Everyone's different. So maybe the right foot goes out to the right a little more and your feet are on railroad tracks. Or maybe the heels are in one line, your feet open. Or maybe they're somewhere. Press into the pinky side of the left foot. Bring the hands to the right knee. Hands at the hips to bring yourself up. When you feel ready, raise your arms. Warrior 1. Staying here, squaring your hips, you might bring the hands to the hips to assist. Right hip back, left hip forward. When you feel ready, bring your hands to your lower back, interlace the fingers, find a fist. And then straighten the right leg. Reach the fist back, lift the chest. As you exhale, humble warrior, bend the right knee again. Hinge at the hips and bring the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. You might not make it all the way there, that's fine. You might bring your forehead all the way to the mat. Everyone's different. Different spot in their practice. Feel different every day. Lifting the fist toward the sky. Keeping the shoulders soft away from the ears. Pressing into the left pinky side of the foot. Using your next inhale, let the fist carefully bring you all the way back up. Hinge the hips, move the core, use the stability of the leg, remove the bind, raise the arm, warrior 1. Then as you exhale, plant the palms, bring the right foot. Bring the left leg long back behind you and lower onto the left knee. Press into the right foot, straighten the right leg. Flex the right toes towards the face. Reach the right hip back and the left hip forward. Go back to your runner's lunge. Plant the right foot. Toe heel it out to the right. Inhale, lift the chest. As gracefully as you can, Vinyasa, left foot outside left hand. Hands to heart, find your squat. Big inhale. Hands lower. Straighten the legs. Toe heel the feet in. Come all the way up. Bring the hands to the heart. Raise or lower the arms, that is. Come into your chair. Bring the hands to the lower back, find a fist. Reach the fist back and the chest high, inhale. Hinge at the hips and fold, exhale. Keep the knees as bent as you can, as bent as you need to find contact with the chest and the thighs. Reach the fist up. Focus on the breath. On your next inhale, the fist will bring you back up. Press into the feet. Keep the chair. Remove the bind. Raise the arms. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. High plank. Down dog. Big inhale. Full exhale. Few more times. Knees in between the hands, plant the foot in between the hands. Warrior one legs, there's no rush. Maybe hands come to left knee first, hinge at hips. Raise arms when you're ready. Square hips. Soften shoulders. Catch your breath. Check in. Hands at lower back, maybe opposite thumb on top, whichever way might feel funky. Straighten the left leg, reach the fist back, inhale. As you exhale, bend that knee once more, hinge at the hips, lower down. Maybe the left shoulder comes inside the left knee. Maybe the forehead touches the mat. Take your time, inhale, come on up, let the fist guide you. Let the stability of the legs keep you where you are. The line with the arms one. As you exhale, plant the palms, bring the left foot. Bring the right leg long back behind you and straight. Lower onto the right knee. Press into the left foot, shift up and back on the hips. Lift the left foot, flex the toes. Left hip is reaching back, right hip is reaching forward. Runner's lunge, take your time. Plant the left foot. Toe heel it out to the left. Hands tent in front of you, lift your chest. Halasana, there's no rush. Plant the hands. Press into the feet. Toe heel the feet. Inhale to reverse swan dive. Exhale for the hands to come to the heart. Arms at the sides. Chair. Hands at the lower back, and maybe it's that same funky bind. Reach the fist back, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Big breath. Slowly bring yourself back up on an inhale and remove the body, raise the arms to chair. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift. Forward fold. High plank. To down dog. Three breaths in your down dog. Maybe you stick your tongue out, lion's breath. Right leg high, inhale. Scorpion your dog, exhale. Straighten the leg. Right knee, left elbow. 2 more times. One more time. Pause. Gaze in between the hands. Bring the right knee to the right elbow and the right ankle to the left wrist. Lower the leg down, preparing for half pigeon. Extend the left leg long back behind you. Use the toes as leverage. And listen, hands planted in front of you. Everything I say is a suggestion. You take a modification or an extra challenge or something that you prefer. Lift the chin, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Stay here with your breath. Bend the back knee. Flex the toes. And stay with your breath. Lower the back leg. Fold forward. Noticing how this half pigeon feels, not the last half pigeon you took, not the next one you might take. Making physical or mental adjustments as you need. Plant your hands in front of you, press into them. Maybe you're tenting them. Lift your chest, lift your chin. Bend your left knee once more. Bring your right arm long back behind you. And maybe find a grip. And maybe pull on the grip. Carefully release that grip. Tuck the left toes. Lift the left leg. We're here for 3 breaths. Plant the hands, press into them. 3-legged dog, right leg high behind you. Option to shake the leg out. Option to take another scorpion. Stack the hip, lift the knee. Make your way back to downward facing dog. Suggestion to bend one knee and take a full breath, and bend the other knee and take a full breath. Inhale your left leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale to scorpion your dog. Straighten your leg once more. Bring your left knee to your right elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, twist. Once more. Pause, gaze in between hands. Bring left knee to left wrist. And left ankle to right wrist, lower onto the leg. Send the right leg really long back behind you. Arms long out in front of you, chest high. Bend the right knee, lift the foot, flex the toes. Breathe. Lower the right leg long back behind you. Take your time folding forward. As far as feels good to you. Meet yourself where you were at. Challenge yourself. On your inhale, plant your hands, straighten your arms, lift your chest. Bend your right knee. Bring your left arm long and maybe find a grip. And maybe pull on the grip. Gently release the grip. Tuck the right toes, lifting the right leg from the mat or from your seat. Lift the left leg back behind you, three-legged dog. Take the left leg, whatever you'd like, shaking it out, taking it with a scorpion, flipping your dog, anything at all. Meeting in downward facing dog. Finding adjustments. Finding movement. Inhale, bend your knees, lower down and hover. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bend the knees, lower all the way down. Have a seat on your heels. Tuck all 10 toes, find broken toe. Bring the hands to the lower back, find a fist. Reach the fist back, lift the chest, inhale. Bring the fist to the right hip. Bring the right ear to the right shoulder, exhale. 3 big breaths into the bottoms of the feet. Into the left side of the neck. Into the bottoms of the toes. Into the face. On your next inhale, carefully lift the crown of the head and reach the fist back. And then bring the fist to the left hip and the left ear to the left shoulder. And 3 big breaths into the right side of the neck. Into the bottoms of the feet. Into the bottoms of the toes. Into the face. On your next inhale, crown of head high, fist back. And then remove the bind and shake the arms out. Bring the hands in front of you, untuck the toes, come onto the tops of the feet. Have a seat on the heels, bring the hands back behind you, fingers point toward you, tent the hands. And then start to lift the knees an inch or 2 or 6 or 10, whatever feels good for you. Make sure you can feel a stretch in the tops of the feet, that you don't have any pain. Bend the elbows, lift the chest, lift the gaze.
She say don't give a say your soul away, 'cause all that you have is your soul. So don't be tempted by the shiny apple. Don't you eat of a bitter fruit. Hunger only for a taste of justice. Hunger only for a world of truth, 'cause all that you have.
Very slowly start to lower back down onto the knees. Plant your hands in front of you. Bring the feet out to the side and have a seat on the mat. Plant the feet in front of you and scooch up to the front of the mat. Press into the feet. Lift the arms shoulder height, find a flat spine. Lift the calves up parallel to the mat.
Don't be tempted by the
Keep lifting the chin and the chest.
Don't you eat of a bitter
Option to straighten the legs. Find full pose in Navasana. This is your first 6 breaths. You're welcome to bend the knees once more. You're welcome to plant the feet once more. You're welcome to come to lying onto your back ahead of us. Okay, if you're shaking, we only have 2 more big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last inhale. Last exhale. Bend the knees, bring them in, lower onto the back. Take your time. Find 3 circles in one direction. It doesn't matter which one. Massaging the lower back, the hips, and the find 3 big circles in the opposite direction. Remove the crease from the forehead. Remove the tongue from the mouth. Bring yourself to center, find stillness. Press the right knee over the left. Bring the left hand to the outside of the right foot. Bring the right hand to the outside of the left foot. Gently pull on that grip. If it's too much, remove the grip, uncross the knee, and suggestion to take happy baby. Hunger only for the truth is all that you have is your soul. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Here I am, I'm waiting for a better day. Second chance, a little luck to come my way. Hope to dream, I hope that I can sleep again. Awake in a world with a clear conscience and clean hands is all that you have is your soul. Remove the grip, uncross the knee. Let the left knee come on top of the right. Take that same grip, gently pull on it. Same thing on this side. If it's too much, carefully come out of it. And maybe take happy baby. Hunger only for the truth is all that you have is your soul. Oh, my mama told me, 'cause she said she learned the hard way. Say she wanna spare the children. Remove your grip. Uncross your knees. Say, don't give a say, bring your knees in. Wrap your arms around your knees. Give yourself a squeeze. Inhale. Let everything go. And your left leg long out in front of you. Inhale the right knee in toward the chest. Exhale the right knee off to the left. Supine twist. Bring the right arm out to the side. Soften into the right shoulder. Inhale to center. Been traveling these wide roads for so long. Bring the right leg long out in front of you. From you, 10,000 bring the left knee in. Exhale for supine twist. And the left knee off to the right. Every part of me. Bring the left arm to the left. Soften into that shoulder. My lips are unclean. In my darkness I remember Mama's words reoccur to me. Surrender to the good Lord and to wipe your slate clean. Take me to your river high. Inhale to center. Bring your feet to touch and your knees out wide. One hand on heart, one hand on belly.
As a man with many crimes, come up for air.
Maybe this is your final resting pose. If you have blocks or cushions, maybe you rest them under your knees. If you have a folded blanket, maybe you rest it on your hips, on your belly.
Take me to your river. I wanna go. Take me to your river.
If there's any other poses you'd like to take before your final resting pose, please feel free to take them. If your final resting pose is not Supta Baddha Konasana today, please take something different. Listen to your body. Give yourself what you need.
Take me to your river.
This is the most important part of your practice. Allow yourself to let go, to rest.
Please let me know. Take me to your river. I wanna know.
Please stay in your final resting pose as long as you'd like. If you'd like to meet me in a seat to close out class, start to deepen your breath. Come into some tiny micro movements in the fingers and the toes, in the ankles and the wrists, in the back of the head. Find a full body stretch. Bring your arms high above your head. Zipper your legs together, flex your toes. Roll over onto one side, use your arm as a pillow. Transitional fetal position. Press up into a seat, any seat that is comfortable for you. Place your hands wherever you'd like. Take a moment to thank yourself for your practice. Take a moment to thank everyone else for practicing with you. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me and allowing me to share mine with you and helping Woodlawn Yoga exist. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you.
Thank you, Crystal.